They do not want to become enmeshed with you. They do not want to become like one. They want to make sure that there's interdependence. You are making a conscious decision to be with them. You may be on your way to finding new, passionate love. You do have someone on your mind that you are getting to know and seeing if they feel the same way about you. You're taking your time, but also what you're doing is you're checking in with yourself, how you feel around this person, how this person makes you feel. Because in the past, what you have done is you would rush into things and you would feel this passion, you would feel these butterflies without really checking in with yourself and making sure that, hey, I want to make sure that I feel good around this person, that I feel safe around this person. So your new approach to finding love is much healthier and it is much more grounded, and it's by putting yourself first, because you're checking in with yourself, you're checking in with your body, you're seeing if they can make you laugh, you're seeing if you are compatible with this person, you're seeing if your values and your goals align. So this is a great progress for you. So congratulations, because I know just how hard it can be sometimes to keep running into people who just keep trying to use you and keep trying to break you down and etc. So you do have someone in your life that you are excited about. You're feeling optimistic about this potential connection with this person. And this person is someone who has a lot to give. They know exactly who they are. They know that they have their own dreams, they have their own goals. They're not trying to change you. They're working on themselves. So they are still work in progress. No one is perfect. You're not perfect. Your person is not perfect. But they are self-aware enough to reflect back on their mistakes and to make sure that they treat you with respect, they treat you with care and tenderness. And they really listen to what you would like to have, and they really listen to what you are saying. You know, like when someone listens to answer, they listen to understand. So this is someone who has a great listening ear, but also able to articulate themselves in a way that you feel understood, you feel seen, you feel heard, you feel loved and cared for. It's like a slow burn with this person. There might be some confusion that you may be feeling, but this confusion comes from the fact that you're not used to feeling safe and love. You're kind of bracing yourself for an impact. You're thinking that maybe this connection will not work out. Maybe they will be toxic just like your exes. And I want you to be able to let go of that, because if you are embracing for the worst, unfortunately the worst will happen. And if you truly want to give this connection a chance, because they do really like you and they are really into you, you have to learn how to trust. You have to learn how to just be vulnerable enough to see what it feels like to be with them. And you don't have to give all the way in. You could definitely be making sure that you are keeping your boundaries. This person does want to take care of you. They do not want to become enmeshed with you. They do not want to become like one. They want to make sure that there's interdependence. You are making a conscious decision to be with them. This person wants to make sure that you actually do like them, that you actually want to be with them, because they have their own insecurities and their own fears that they are working through. So when they see you pull away kind of and taking your time to think things through, they start to doubt themselves as well. But they are able to work through that, and they want to make sure that they hold this connection in their hands, that they do not let it slip away. So they are kind of guiding you in the right direction. So they might have said some things that made you feel like, oh, maybe this could be something more special. Maybe this could be something more. There's a possibility between the two of us. So it's still in a very much discovery stage. You're still discovering each other, feeling each other out, seeing if the sense of humor is aligned, the values align, the goals align, and etc. And you're taking it day by day. And once again, like I've mentioned, you are checking in with yourself to make sure that you feel good with how this person makes you feel, that you feel good with how this person speaks to you, with how the two of you spend time with each other. If it's something that's becoming like the old connections you used to have, that you would be able to recognize it and stop yourself before you react in the way that you used to react, right? So you don't want to keep repeating the patterns, but you also don't want to not give it a chance. So it's like a very thin line between what it used to be in your past with toxic cycles, where maybe you would run, or maybe you would feel stuck and get sucked into a conflict and arguments and going back and forth and not being able to resolve the conflict, or not being able to really speak your needs and your wants, and making sure that your boundaries are tight and healthy. But also you don't want to feel like you're shutting down with this person. You also don't want to get closed and have your guard up in a way that your person is not even able to feel you and get through to you. So this is a very fine balance that you are still figuring out about yourself, that you're still discovering. You still feel like everything is a bit in suspense, but you are optimistic and you are listening to your voice. You are also making sure that you're listening to people who want to be able to help you. You're listening to healthy advice. So you may even get into some spirituality. You're making sure that you're reading books, that you are educating yourself on many aspects of life, on healthy communication, healthy conflict resolution, and etc. So you are living and embodying the dream person that you want to be when you are in love. And maybe because love used to be a number one priority for you, now it's not so much that priority. You're making sure that you have your life figured out, that you are taking time to get to know yourself, to do the things that make you happy by yourself independently. And then slowly but surely you can introduce these things with your person, and the person can share some things with you and see if it can work. See if the two of you are able to have this dance where you can get to know each other, start liking each other, start falling in love with each other, and maybe even have a family. So it's not about yes or no, it's about maybe.